One of the most well-known, even memorized verses in the book of Romans has to be Romans 8:28. We all seem to know this one. It goes like this: all things work together for good for those who love God and to those who are called according to his purpose. That's a great verse, and I believe it's true, and I believe that we'll see that happen in so many kind of different ways during this pandemic. But I heard a true story recently about a missionary that worked for Wycliffe that was translating the Bible out of a very difficult language in a very remote, kind of distant area. And funds were hard to get, food was difficult, and the missionary was running out of food and running out of money, waiting for a shipment, waiting for the supplies to arrive, and found himself sick, having really difficult problems with respiratory and stomach issues. And all he had to eat every day was oatmeal and water. And for 30 days, that's all he could eat: oatmeal and water, oatmeal and water. And finally the shipment came in and the food came, and he started feeling better and was eating regularly again, and then was back home on a furlough sharing with a big crowd about his experience and describing the sickness. And all these people were listening and, had been praying for him. So afterwards he ran into an individual and said, "Hey, I'm Dr. So-and-so." He said, "Tell me about your sickness." And he began to tell him about it, true story. And he said, "You know what?" He goes, "I know exactly what you have, and I know the region you were in, and what would have been prescribed for you would have been an oatmeal and water diet for 30 days. And he said, God was watching over you, working things out for the good, and you had no idea. And sometimes, God does that. We think this is terrible, or I'm on a restricted diet, or I'm sick, or this is going on. And God is doing something that's totally out of our control, working all things together for our good. And I believe that's happening now. It may not feel like it may not seem like it doesn't certainly look like it, but God is reaching into homes, into lives, into people like never before. And it's interesting. We don't do it personally. We can't go door to door. We're not together. But digitally, God is going into homes and hearts and houses in ways he's never, ever been able to do before. Because God works all things together for the good.